But if you get to the book of Hebrews, the 11th chapter, you're going to read 1 and 6. I won't be before you long unless the Lord says different. Hallelujah, Jesus. And when you have it, please stand. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. The 6th verse, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Amen. You may be seated in the presence of the Lord. Now when the Lord was dealing with me this week, I asked the Lord, I said, what is it that you would have the people to know? And this is the question for the people. Do you have crazy faith?
Come on now.
Do you have crazy faith?
Yes, yes.
And I began to look at that, and I said, Lord, when you say crazy, what do you mean by crazy? But sometimes when we look at the Word of God, there was some crazy faith. Sometimes when we look at the Word of God, and if it happened today, people would have looked at us like we were crazy.
Come on now, you better tell the truth.
We got to have some crazy faith today. If we want to believe what God is going to do in our life. Some of us are in some situation where we need some crazy faith.
Come on now.
You better say it.
Some of us are in a situation where we're like Moses and we're at the Red Sea. And we need to have some crazy faith.
Right.
Now, if you're at the Red Sea like Moses was, how are you just going to stand there and you're looking at the Red Sea and you're just going to stand there and you're not going to have some crazy faith? He's standing at the Red Sea. There's Pharaoh's army behind him and the Red Sea in front of him. Now what is he going to do?
Come on now.
You got to have some crazy faith. Because the only thing in your hand is a rod.
All right.
Is this staff that God had told you that can do some things. But you got to have some crazy faith to believe that if I hold out this rod, that God's going to do something with this rod. and the only thing you got in your cupboard is one piece of bread,
All right.
and somebody comes by and God tells you, give them your last piece of bread.
All right, now.
And God says, give them your last piece of bread. And you sitting there like, God,
Go ahead and do it.
Hold on, God.
God. But you know, this is all I got to feed my children.
Oh, you better stay with
Say it.
But God, I got to feed my children with this last piece of bread. But the thing about that is, go ahead and do what God told you to do.
Come on now. Say
Because
it.
He's fixing to bless you with double what you had. See, sometimes we don't want to move because we don't want to move on crazy faith.
Right.
We stuck on what we got. But sometimes we have to give up some things to get blessed. We don't want to give up nothing. We too busy worried about what we got. Can you imagine had that widow? There's a widow. It's in Kings, the 2nd chapter, the 4th chapter. And she said, Elisha, she said, now look, my husband is dead and he was faithful. Now they're coming to get my sons and put them into slavery.
Well,
Now what am I going to do? We got all this debt. Now there's some people sitting here living in debt because we get too greedy.
Wow.
We living above our means.
Yes.
We going out buying things that we don't need
Come on now.
That's a
because we try to live like somebody else. And she said, I don't know what I'm going to do. Alicia said, now what do you got in your house? She said, all I got is this jar of oil. He said, let me tell you what you're going to do. I want you to get every jar that you can find. Now this is crazy faith. Get every jar you can find. Go to your neighbors, go to everybody. Get to everybody's house. Now you take that oil, you keep pouring it in every jar. Keep pouring it, keep pouring it, keep pouring it. Now see, sometimes this is what y'all gonna do. Well, I just got this one container, I'm gonna use this one. I ain't gonna bother my neighbors because they gonna think I'm crazy asking them for something. They gonna ask for it back. She didn't care. She said, I'm gonna do what the prophet told me to do. You can't worry about what somebody gonna say.
That's right.
You
We're
better say it.
worried about what people gonna say. When you dealing with crazy faith, you gotta step out and do what God tell you to do.
That's right.
And I could see her in that situation. And she began to pour the oil. And as she began to pour the oil, more oil. See, there's some sitting here empty right now and need some more oil.
Yes.
Come on now.
You've been empty for so long and you need some oil.
Yes.
You need some oil.
Yes.
And she began to pour the oil, and the oil ran out after she didn't have any more jars to fill. And she asked him, now what am I supposed to do now? And he began to tell her, now you take all that. Now you go pay your debt, and what you have left over, you keep to live on. Sometimes we got situations and we need to realize we got to live within our means. God has blessed us. He said, this is what I've given you to live on.
all right.
Sometimes we got to live within our means. Quit looking at so-and-so.
That's right.
You don't know how they got that.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
You might have got that in Goodwill.
I do. Yes.
Quit looking at everybody thinking they got that at Macy's.
That's right. I love it.
You can't have everything. That mama made a lift back to them.
That's right.
You looking at their fur coat and everything else, Indian somebody. You don't know how they got that. Live within your means. God is trying to give us a crazy blessing,
That's
but
true.
we can't get it because we don't have no crazy faith.
Well,
You better say it.
Can you imagine if you were the Hebrew boys and you didn't have no crazy faith? They said, well, Ain't even thrown them in yet, just burn them up. But when they begin to look in, they say, oh, now wasn't there 3 that we threw in? But now I see 4 walking in. There's 4, and one looks like the Son of Man. Now see, this is the Son of God. Now this is the thing that you got to realize. When you are walking in crazy faith, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how God's going to work. You don't know how God's going to deliver. You don't know how He's going to work His people. But see, sometimes in our situation, we always want to be, well, I just, I'm too proud. See, some of us are like Naaman.
All right, ma'am.
We want our situation to be clean and this way and that way. We don't want to get in no dirty water. We don't want to do nothing like that. We want everything just to be perfect. And this way it takes us so long before we'll go and dip. And that's the reason why we ain't received our healing.
All right. Come on now.
Because we won't believe in a crazy praise.
Yes.
Because we have to wait till everything's perfect. And then we'll wait to the last resort. And then we'll go do it. See, that's what Naaman did. He's like, you sure? You sure it's not this river? You sure it's not that river? See, Jordan River was a nasty river. It was a nasty, dirty river. And you got some people that say, you sure that I don't have to do this treatment? You sure I don't have to do this? When God is trying to tell you, you got to do this, well, you mean to tell me I got to lay on my face? You mean I just can't sit up in a chair and pray?
Yes.
You mean I got to lay on the dirty carpet? I got to lay on the floor?
Come on.
People walk on and cry out?
Yes, come on now, you preaching.
You mean to tell me that I have to intercede for somebody? Yes. You mean I gotta push back the plate? I gotta fast to get my healing?
Come on now.
That's crazy faith. That's some crazy faith. You mean to tell me I may have to do some things that I don't normally do? Yeah, you have to do some things you don't normally do. You mean to tell me I may have to open up the book? Yeah, you have to open up the book if you don't normally open up the book. If you don't normally read, yes, you're gonna have to start reading. There's some things that you're gonna have to do that you don't normally do. See, that's the reason why we're where we're at, is because we're not doing what God has told us to do. That's that crazy faith. And then we're wondering why we're going through what we're going through. And I look at some of the things that the people did in the Bible just to get where they're at. They didn't care. Some of us won't push our way through nothing.
Come on, man.
We won't push our way through nothing. Now, can you imagine being that woman with the issue of blood? She was told, you don't go around nobody. You don't get around nobody. Because if they found out she was around somebody, she could have been put in jail, she could have been stoned, anything could have been happening to her. But she said, I heard Jesus is in town. I'm crazy enough to have the faith to believe that if I press my way, if I push my way, if I press my way, if I walk, I don't care what I got to do, if I got to crawl, if I got to push people, if I've got to just make a way, I don't know what I got to do, but sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to push people out your way.
Come on now, say it.
Sometimes they'll say, well, the altar is full. Sometimes you may have to push people out the way to get to the altar.
That's right.
To get what you need. If there's something that you need, push them out the way. crazy faith.
All right.
There's some things that you have to press your way through. Sometimes you have to scream out. That man started crying out.